Hello, my lovely Wolfpack, and welcome to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman. We have a great show today, and I can't wait to get started. But before we do, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. All right, guys, my friends, they are calling today Black Monday. After Trump announced his new tariffs on April 2nd, people became very concerned of the market crashing. Today, the S&P 500 briefly hit bear market territory, but despite this alarm on Wall Street, President Trump is standing firm on his tariffs. Let's take a look at this article from the Post Millennial. Uh, be strong, courageous, and patient, Trump says. U.S. can achieve greatness amid tariff moves. The United States has a chance to do something that should have been done decades ago. Yeah, we'll have to agree with President Trump on that. All right. On Monday, President Donald Trump declared that the U.S. has the chance to do something great if the country remains strong, courageous, and patient amid different moves on tariffs by the Trump administration. Trump posted on Truth Social, "The United States has a chance to do something that should have been done decades ago. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid. Don't be a panicking." uh, be strong, courageous, and patient, and greatness will be the result. Yeah, gotta love his Truth Social posts. In an earlier post, Trump said, "Oil prices are down, interest rates are down. The slow-moving Fed should cut rates. Food prices are down. There is no inflation, and the long-time abused USA is bringing in billions of dollars a week from the abusing countries on tariffs that are already in place." This article has a lot of pictures. I gotta scroll through. It's kind of hard to read when there's a shitload of pictures and ads. This is despite the fact that the biggest abuser of them all, China, whose markets are crashing, just raised its tariffs by 34% on top of its long-term ridiculously high tariffs, not acknowledging my warning for abusing countries not to retaliate. They've made enough for decades, taking advantage of the good old USA. Our past leaders are to blame for allowing this and so much else to happen to our country. Make America great again, Trump added. The post from Trump comes after speaking to reporters yesterday on Air Force One about the current state of tariffs and the status of trade between the U.S. and other countries. So, yeah, now I think what we need to understand here is that Gen Z is straight up not having a good time, bro. We need this. We need this kind of market correction right now to bring down the prices of goods here in America. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Do we favor the elderly or the young in this new golden age Trump and his administration is trying to bring about? Uh, I'll kind of tell you my opinion. I would argue that making sure the young can build a future for themselves would actually greatly benefit the elderly. If young people are given the opportunity to build a life and allowed to enter the market, then older folks wouldn't have to worry about a retirement or a 401k because their children and their grandchildren could afford to take care of them when they're old, you know? Like that's how families used to do it back in the day. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't matter what's happening to the market or that it going down like this is a good thing. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that we shouldn't be panicking. Let's take a look at this chart I got here. Because I think it maybe if we don't have internet issues right meow. It's not letting me click it. It's not letting me click it. Okay, we got it up here. This internet thing really pisses me off sometimes, but so if we look at this is a chart here that I found on X, but it basically shows that those over 55 and over hold 79% of stocks in mutual funds. That's nuts. So let me just tell you right now, in 1990 the boomers held around 20% of corporate equities and mutual funds, and then the generation before them had about 80% at the time. So it's kind of the same now, but then of course boomers started to absorb a little bit of that. But look at this chart here. Look at how now like it's, you see the red is people over 70 and 70 and older. 70 and older like own like damn near 50% of all the equities and mutual funds. Like, that's nuts, dude. Like, this chart is wild to me. Like, you just see this big, especially you could see how in 1989 it was like about equal between uh people people under 40, uh in the 40 to 50 range, in the 50 to 60 range, and then the 70 range. You could see it in 1989 or 1990. It's all seems all about even. And then as we get into the 2000s, it starts to kind of separate a little bit with like I said, the boomers here, it looks like, kind of started taking over, and then it kind of steadily stays like that in the early 2000s. And then you see, like, in 2010, where it really starts to separate there. And into the fucking 2020s and 2024, now it's like, it's overwhelmingly, like, 55 and older and over, with, like, half of that being 70 and over. Like, this is absolutely insane. And so you guys, you say that, like, should us, like, I'm in the 30 crowd, I'm a millennial, so you think that, like, us in the millennial and Gen Z crowd, you really think that, like, we're going to be upset over this, over the market going down? Like, it doesn't affect us. We don't have assets, or most of us don't have stocks or anything like that, and if we do, it's very, like, minimal, maybe a couple $100 worth of stocks or something. Usually a lot of people are my age, if they have any kind of equity like that, is like Bitcoin or something, or some sort of cryptocurrency. This is really all you see. So I don't know, man. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think? Are any of you being affected by this market drop personally? Because I think millennials and Gen Z are laughing right now. We could really care less about this, and I'm sure that it's gonna bounce. I would argue that later today it's probably going to bounce back. Like, it's gonna have a little bit of a turnaround, but whatever, man. I do not care about these old rich people and, oh, my stocks and stuff. And like I said, like, this kind of change needs to happen. We need we need something in the market to change. We need the price of goods to go down. We need the price of gas to go down. We need all that stuff to go down. And who needs it the most? Gen Z and millennials need these prices to go down more than anything. Like, we could give a shit less about your stocks, dude, and we could really honestly, like, it's hard because I get it. Like, a lot of people are counting on their retirement, and some of this stuff is attached to people's pensions and whatnot. So I can kind of understand some people are upset, but it's mostly the 55 and over crowd, bro. Like, sorry about you, dude, but like, at the end of the day, like I said, we should just do it like how we did it back in the day. Like, back in the day, families, when our parents got too old to work, then we would take care of them. But the economy was really good back then, so a middle class average dude could afford to take care of his 70-year-old mom. Uh, we didn't have to worry about even having like retirements and whatnot. It's nice to have, don't get me wrong, but like, if your kids can just take care of you in a financial sense, if we're out here building stuff, building companies and entering the market and like creating good jobs and careers, and like, that's how it was back in the day. And we could just take care of our old people. Like, families would just take care of their elderly, and we don't have to depend on the government. It comes back around to having less government and being less dependent on it, and being able to have something for ourselves and be able to afford to take care of everybody. Like, I don't know, man, but that's about all the time we got today, guys. I'll try to keep you updated on this stock market stuff. I really was trying to find a different story to do. I feel like we've talked about uh, the tariffs and all that crap enough lately, but this seemed to be the popular story of the day. So here you go. You got it straight from the wolf pack. But that's all the time we got today, guys. Make sure you follow us on X and Facebook, and don't forget to smash that like button. Click that notification bell down below. Join the pack today. And also, yeah, didn't want to forget to tell you guys. I did see that we got a few more subscribers, but you guys must have your accounts on private. So unfortunately, we do shout outs every week on our weekly podcast, the group podcast, but we can't shout you out if we don't know your name, dude. So yeah, maybe a comment in the comment. We'll say that if you don't want to put your account on public, I would say just maybe comment shout out on one of our videos, and we will give you a shout out. Cause yeah, if you're subscribed to our channel and you have your account on private, I would like to give you a shout out, but we can't unless we know who you are. So that's the problem with that. But yeah, just comment shout out on one of our videos. I'll see it and I'll give you a shout out. Can give you a shout out that way too. So we do really appreciate the support. We're working our way up on subscribers. Don't forget, our 100th subscriber gets a free Wolfpack Media merch box. So we'll be looking forward to that when the time comes. So subscribe to our channel. Did I say all that? Yeah. Yeah, I said all that. But we'll see you next time. Anyway, peace.